I waited a while to get some miles on this before I wanted to show everybody my camper shell that I built. I built it by 2 different methods, and it's more kind of experimental. I did rivets, so many rivets on this thing, and it's aluminum trim coil, which you can get in 2 feet wide by 50 or 100 foot sections at Home Depot or Lowe's, and then steel studs. So it is aluminum on steel. You might get a little corrosion in between that interface, but I siliconed everything, and it's really lightweight, and that was the point of this whole thing, to make a lightweight camper shell that could collapse, which it does because it's just bolted together on the corners. Now that front triangle piece I made with steel studs, and then foam. It's like 1/2 inch thick foam with foil face, and it's got blue on one side, foil on the other. The way I secure this is my tailgate locks, and then the top portion cannot open if the tailgate's not open. And you can see some of that foam there underneath the top, which is actually the tonneau cover. Now I could have built the top out of the same structure as the rest, but I wanted to reuse all the materials I had and make it as cheap as possible. So this whole thing cost me like about $200 to make. There's the steel studs and the structure I used there. I learned afterwards that I probably could have used a lot less of the steel studs, put 1 layer of that blue foil backed foam on, and then the aluminum skin over the top. I think that would have been made a better insulated and better, easier structure, not so many rivets to do. Well, I bolted the rails on the bottom to the bed frame, the bed rails, and that was no problem for me because this is an old truck, so I'm not worried about a few holes, and in fact there were some holes there already. And then the top is the tonneau cover, like I said, and that's removable, so in case I had anything tall I wanted to poke up through, or if I wanted to make it convertible, have a screen over the top for camping at night, it would be great. Of course, there's no windows and no formal insulation or anything added yet, and that's not the point. The point was that I could make all the sections the right dimension so that they could all fold down into the bed, and that I could carry stuff in here like when I was moving, and not have to worry about it or worry about anyone getting into it. I also want to make it super lightweight and super cheap, because so many of the options that I've seen on YouTube and things that people have built are just so intense, so many steps, so much fabrication, and this basically took a pair of snips, hand riveter, and not much else.